Status update.
We're waiting to set up site. Branson is currently scouting the ground. How about you?
It could be worse. We're getting close. I hope everything's ready on your end. See? Easy does it, Todd. Nice and smooth.
See, what did I tell you, folks? Premium, high-end services. Mr. Edward and Lucia Trapezorf, meet the rest of the crew.
Good day, Trapezorfs. My name is Todd Rogers. Wonderful to meet you both. Although I wish we could have been introduced under some lighter circumstances.
Yeah, likewise.
Now, if you wouldn't mind hurrying it up a little, me and my old dear wife have sort of an intimate get-together. Organised. And the guest may be arriving shortly.
Bold move hosting something that kind of scale on a mansion under suspicion of being haunted. But if you give us some space, tell us what we need to know, and let us do our thing, well, it's gonna be close, but
surely something we'll be able to accomplish nonetheless. Like I said, high-end professionals such as ourselves will have little to no challenge in dealing with the haunted and the dead.
Take all the space you require.
Do me a favour, Tri. How about you and Todd take these two and go interview them?
well, I suppose that would be a good place to start, wouldn't it?
Come with me, Mrs. Trapezorf. Tell me what you know.
I guess that leaves you with me then, Edward. Right, this way. Won't take too long.
Now, I understand it may not be the easiest to recall, but I'm going to need some details of the previous hauntings.
I'll try, dear.
Now, can you confirm that the haunting site in question is here, Trapezorf Manor?
Yes.
Time of attacks perhaps would be a good place to start.
It happened just an hour or so ago.
My husband and I were finishing preparations for the gathering when suddenly a croupy, whimpering voice whispered into our ears.
You know, it was quite peculiar. I was completely caught off guard.
Naturally, I blamed my husband. After all, who else was in the room?
I thought this woman was mad. But there was such little time for our quarrel. Time was of the essence, and we pushed on nonetheless.
Now, we split up to attend to some separate matters. For instance, I was in the attic.
I retreated to the basement by myself.
But then, that noise came again. But agitated.
It was vile.
There was no way that Edward could have been behind me. After all,
She was in the attic.
and he was in the basement.
Interesting. Spirit seems to be attempting communication.
Is the spirit supposed to communicate?
In this case, yes. This won't solve the case, but it'll help. I'm gonna need to gather a lot more evidence for sure. Croaky noises aren't a lot to go off. I think it's time for a little more investigating.
Apologies in advance for calling you all on such an unreasonable hour.
It's really of no concern, Edward. From what you've told me, it doesn't sound like a hostile. Just a quick in and out.
Hey, have you got what you needed?
Yeah, party preparations and croaky noises.
Yeah. Hey, at least it's a start.
I guess you're right.
Well, go on. I had to go first last time.
I hate ominous doors.
What held you up?
Their marriage.
We interviewed them both. Didn't get as many details as we would have liked, though.
Croaky noises. Complimentary of most ghosts.
Well, in terms of evidence, that's little to go by.
The noises were reported coming from both the top and bottom of the building. I say we take a third of it each. Branson, you sweep the basement. Todd, you continue inspecting the ground floor. I'll take the secondary floor. Together, we'll scour the whole building. Hopefully, in time to be out before Mr. and Mrs. Trapezorf's guests arrive.
Sure thing. Let's go, team.
Let's gear up. Typical. As if there weren't enough cliched horror tropes already. Alright, you moderately inconvenient Ghostbusters reject. Come on, what have you got for me? Bingo!
Yep, this room is definitely cold.
Alright, tripods are in position, but best radio with the others to let them know. Can I have an update on the basement level?
Can hear you loud and clear, Branson. Tell me what's happening.
Tripods are all ready to go, but it seems to be little signs of the paranormal. What's happening on your end?
Swept the upstairs with a UV light. Found some fingerprints, predominantly on windows and mirrors.
Dear God.
Branson, what was that noise? Do you read me? Branson, come in. Branson, quit fooling around and answer me back. This is serious. Do you require help? I repeat, do you require help?
Oh lord, oh lord, oh lord. Try. What are we going to do?
I don't know, he was gone. He was just there, and he was gone. Just out of there.
Well, let's think positively. We don't know for certain he's dead.
Yes. It's just incredibly unlikely and odd to find that he'd survive. Aside from that, of course, Todd. Aside from that!
But
The man's gone, Todd. The writing is on the wall.
it just all happened so quickly. 1 second he's there, and the next, you know?
Hey, I've just finished explaining to the Trapezoids what's happened. It's soul crushing what happened to Branson. But what can we learn from this, fellas?
I'm sorry, Bill. A man has just disappeared into a haunted mansion. All alone, at serious risk of death. And you want me to figure out what we've learned from this?
Look, I'm on your side here. Branson going missing was a tragedy, but one we must come to live with. But this is just a setback. A minor setback I'm sure as a team will overcome.
Minor setback? You're hearing this guy. This setback has some of the most complex and heaviest implications to a case, certainly, that I've ever worked on.
We've faced difficult implications in the past. We just need to keep our heads up, moving forward.
Wait, you want us to go back in there? Todd, are you hearing this, lunatic? Look at what this has done to us. I'm not setting foot back in there. The risk is just too high.
You've hunted ghosts before.
Not like this, Bill. Not like this. I can't do it. End of story.
Wait, what's that noise?
You were taking your time back in there before one of you went missing. So around 30 minutes ago, we called someone else.
And who exactly would that be?
A real go-getter. His website listed him as a professional in the industry. Averages 4.9 in customer reviews. His name?
Nelson McFadden.
Who's Nelson McFadden?
The most qualified exorcist on the scene.
Great to make your acquaintance, Mr. McFadden.
I'm sure, and look who it is. My former employer and best friend.
Don't fool yourself, Nelson. You're an amateur at best. An amateur!
Well, what's 3 years of training in underground operations got you?
A lot, actually.
But not enough, because if it was, I wouldn't be here.
Mr. McFadden, we're looking at a very tight schedule here. So if possible, we'd like to get it started very quickly.
That's no problem of mine, sir. I'll set up and exterminate in under 30 minutes. You have my word, a quick in and out.
Ha! Wrong again, Nelson. Todd and I have already swept the building. From what we've seen, a quick in and out is incredibly unlikely.
We lost one of our own in there. The ghosts appear to be highly aggressive.
Well, what kind of signs are we seeing?
Like I tell you, McFadden.
My friend, please, there's much more at stake than your petty little quest for pride. Now come on, spill the details.
Fine. You got me there, Nelson.
Suppose I'll just wait in the van.
We found screeches and croaks coming from the upper and lower sections of the manor. Todd, Branson and I each took a third. The basement, primary and secondary floors. As far as we know, Branson could have been taken by the ghost, so whatever information he may have found is worthless to us.
On the first floor, certain rooms held freezing temperatures, some below -1 degrees.
As for me, I did a little digging with a UV light. Traces of fingerprints were found mostly attached to ceilings and windows. Aside from that, we're in the same boat.
Freezing temperatures and fingerprints sounds an awful lot like a banshee.
I'm not thinking banshee. I think perhaps something bigger is at stake. We could be dealing with 2 or more ghosts here.
Come on, what are the odds of that?
Well, surely it can't be unheard of. Like, all I'm saying is that it's not enough to work with. We can't risk entering with the gear to expurgate a banshee and run into, say, a wraith or a phantom.
I agree.
Ha! Majority vote, Nelson. Looks like you're gonna be the one following.
Actually, when Lucia called, she placed me in charge of all operations. So Todd, forget all about him. You report to me.
Seriously? The very least didn't take my idea on board.
Sorry, big guy, not today. Follow me, Todd. That is, if you're still in.
Fine, Banshee attack it is.
Right, listen up, you two. We're going to have to do this quick and professionally. The last attack, Branson was isolated, so 2 of us are going to have to leave. Whoa, wait up. I wasn't done talking yet. By 2 of us, I meant you two. I'll stay here, make the heroic sacrifice.
Of course. I can just feel the heroism building up as we speak.
Banshees are tough. They have huge claws, and if you let them too close, they'll mess you up real bad. Luckily, they have a weakness that we're going to exploit. Banshees are weak to pure gold.
So, you're going to use your comedic senses to slay the beast?
Not quite, but I'm loving the enthusiasm, Todd. Keep it up. No, I will use this, a folding knife of pure gold. All you two need to do is sit down and look pretty. It'll be easy for Todd, but Triangle over there might find it a bit more challenging.
Ha! And what's your failsafe? What if this all doesn't go to plan?
Well, it will go to plan. It's just a Banshee.
Whatever you say, McFadden.
Alright, I'll see you lads later. Now go, nice and easy. Oh yeah, that's it? Come here. Why don't you fade in and show me that lovely smile of yours? Oh no. What are you? Todd! Triangle! Get back in here, quickly!
It wasn't a Banshee, was it?
No, that certainly wasn't a Banshee.
Which means...
We're dealing with 2 ghosts.
I knew it. How does it feel to be outsmarted, Nelson? I think it's about time that we gear up again.
Alright, I was wrong. I'll be the first to admit it.
No, you weren't. I was the first.
I'm being very humble here, don't push me.
Guys, we have very little time left. I can understand that the 2 of you don't get along, but you need to leave your personal matters outside. And here are 2 ghosts we need to find and exterminate in the space of 15 minutes. So it would be great if the both of you would shut up and begin to set up the gear.
I mean, it's a bit harsh, Todd.
I agree. Could have put that nicer. However, he makes a great point. Triangle should stop acting so immature and cooperate already.
Sure thing, Nelson. Now pass me some tripods and lights. Todd, circle off a corner in a room with some fancy chalk, just in case it all goes south. I'm gonna position it here. We'll all exit and radio Bill. Keep an eye on the cameras. Meanwhile, Nelson should use that EMF reader to scan the surrounding area.
Alright, on it.
Todd, light in the books. Good. You should go catch up with Nelson. It's my turn to do the hero thing.
Be safe, okay?
Alright, come out, ghosts. Oh, that's it. I better turn on the flashlight. Bill, come in. Are there any orbs?
Ah, yes.
Nelson, come in. EMF readings.
Level 5, that rules out half the list.
All I need is those books now. Come on, get me something good. Gotcha! Todd, Nelson, come back in, I've figured it out. I repeat, I know what the ghost types are. Come back in.
So what are we dealing with?
Let's recap. Freezing temperatures, ghost orbs, EMF readings above 4, fingerprints, and signatures. This exact combination works out perfectly. The temperatures and EMF readings, combined with the book and the writing, adds up to a revenant. The remaining signs are all traits found in Yuri's.
Of course, revenants are vulnerable to silver.
But how do we deal with the Yuri?
Well, traditionally you need a priest, but since that isn't practical, we need to try something else. An alternative method is to write down the name of a kami and touch the paper against the ghost's forehead. Unfortunately, I'm terrible at spelling them.
Leave that to me.
It's only fair I take the revenant then. Nelson, be a friend and pass me some silver.
Todd, you've been a huge help, but it's not safe for you here. Triangle and I can handle this.
But what if you can't handle it?
Todd, you need to leave. I'm sorry. If I could have it another way, I would. Plus, we need someone to delay the Trapazorf's guests from arriving.
In that case, I won't let you down.
Kind of like old times, isn't it, Dry Guy?
Suppose it is. I'll see you on the other side, McFadden.
Likewise. I'd wish you luck, however, luck is just a concept created by sad people to make themselves feel better.
Well, whatever you say then.
Alright, nice and easy. There you are. You know, it would have been very convenient if you were a banshee. But alas, an ugly Uri appears before me.
Alright, you moderately inconvenient Ghostbusters reject. Come on, what have you got for me? Damn, I already used that line. There you are! Wait, where are you going? I'm supposed to be the one that's running. I went for this door, didn't it? Ha! Oh no, Branson, come on, come on. Oh, thank God he's still with us. I promise I'll come back for you, Branson. Don't worry, buddy, we'll fix you up.
You had this coming. Wait, I need to come up with a better line than triangle. Ah, forget it. I'll just pretend I came up with something cool. Ha! How's that for heroic?
I found you. There's nowhere to run now. If I were a subpar ghost hunter, then I'd deliver a really cringy one-liner right about now. But since I'm above that, I'll grant you the privilege of silence. Now how about that for heroic?
I'd just like to thank you and your team, Mr. Carew, for the tremendous work.
Well, it's like I said, a goal we were perfectly capable of accomplishing. And if you ever need to call on us again, then don't hesitate to call. I love money. Actually, my phone number is on a sort of rotation at the moment. Not for any illegal reasons, so maybe don't give us a call.
This is usually the part where we all reflect on how we grew, not only as individuals but as a team up, and how our collective hard work bonded us in friendship that are sure to last for a very long time, possibly until death.
You're correct, Nelson. This usually is that part, but unfortunately due to time constraints we must save that part for the journey home. Guest will arrive soon.
Indeed.
Had we had to delay our organised meeting any longer, our leader would be very angry.
Wait, leader?
That's an odd choice of words. So what kind of meeting is this exactly?
Why, another sacrificial ceremony, of course.
For our leader from Ulorben, he will be pleased by your work.
Guys, I know sketchy terminology when I hear it. It's very dangerous for us to be here. We need to leave immediately.
Yeah, good idea.